My name is Professor Tom Corby. I'm the Associate Dean of Research at Central St Martin's, and I welcome you to our great place here at CSM. As you'll know, CSM has a history of over 200 years of innovating and developing creative art and design activity, and that now includes a PhD program that's been running since the early 1990s. I'm a product of the UAL PhD program. I did mine at Chelsea in the mid-90s, so I've kind of come through the system, if you like, and unexpectedly ended up Associate Dean of Research, running research in the PhD program at CSM. So that's the kind of thing that can happen to you when you do a PhD at CSM. It's a big place, CSM. It's got a glorious history, as you know. We have over 4,000 students, 90 of those are PhD students. Nations at the last count came from 95, people came from 95 different nations. We have 550 academic staff and 90 technical staff. We're big and we're very diverse and we're very international and we're very proud of that. The PhD in itself, which is why you're here, as you'll know, and you've heard this phrase before, it's the development of original and independent contribution to knowledge. We provide a supervisory team that guides you through that process of experts, and they'll be linked to your topic. So you'll normally have between 2 and 3 members of the supervisory team who you meet with regularly, and it culminates in a submission of a thesis. If it's a text-only thesis, it'll be 80,000 words, but if it's practice-based, it will be 40,000 words plus the accompanying practice of your PhD. And I think it's kind of worth saying a little bit about what a PhD enables you. It's the best way of thinking about it, I think, is that it's an apprenticeship that gives you skills, it gives you critical reasoning skills, it gives you articulation skills, it gives you networking skills, it gives you the ability to kind of move, we hope, seamlessly through art design contexts and also academic contexts, and we're very kind of keen on enabling our students to do that. So it gives you a set of skills. It's obviously an emotional and deep and engaged connection to your topic. So it's all those things as well, but it's also a kind of training. It's a kind of intellectual training to operate in the world in a very particular way. At CSM, we run something called the doctoral program. So when you sign on to a PhD with us, we have a series of PhD workshops, which there's about 18 a year, run by Dr. Caterina Albano. We have a series of workshops and seminars run by Dr. Daniel Rubenstein. There's normally about 15 of those a year, sometimes a few more. We have something called Test Lab, which is presentations by the PhD students and invited guests throughout the year. And we also run a teaching scheme where PhD students can apply to teach through our postgraduate teaching scheme on MA and BA courses, and that's a paid scheme, and that's available to 2nd and 3rd year PhD students if they're full-time. We provide a training scheme, a teacher training scheme that goes along with that as well. And of course, you have access to all the UAL-wide postgraduate events and training networks as well. So it's a really comprehensive package of support that you have access to throughout your time with us. We are now running a biannual PhD exhibition at the Letherby Gallery, and we're having our first biannual group exhibition this year. So we're very excited about that, and that will be garnering a great deal of attention. So that's another great thing that we're able to provide you here at CSM, and with how we surface our practice and how we do that is very important to us. So I'll just show you a couple of examples of our PhDs. So Giorgio recently did a PhD on the making of contemporary British hand thrown tableware. So this might be a kind of typical kind of PhD that we have, practice-based PhD. John Myers recently completed a PhD on cartoon illustration that explored ideas around metaphors in cartoons. And Amy did a very interesting PhD on synthetic life forms and textile design. So the kind of range of PhDs we do encompasses the entire spread of all the art and design disciplines, everything from performance to architecture, spatial practices, fine art, all kinds of design activity. It's a really good interdisciplinary program, and the people you meet are great. Your fellow students, you'll learn as much from them as you do from your supervisors and other people. Within CSM itself, we have a number of, we have a very thriving research community of academics who you'll get to know very well, both as your supervisors and just in general from hanging out with us. So we have a number of research centres and institutes such as After All, which are concerned with theorising the histories of contemporary art practice. We have the Design Against Crime Research Centre and the Social Design Institutes, and both of those places are kind of innovating ways of thinking how design practice can engage with real world issues and doing important work there. As we are CSM, we have substantial access to networks of other institutions who are interested in our research and also our PhD program. Just a tiny fraction of recent collaborators such as Tate, the British Antarctic Survey, the Science Museum, the Royal Academy of Arts. So we're very active in how our research connects out to the world through institutions, through art and design institutions, through science institutions as well, such as CERN we have connections with. So that's very important to us, that the work that we do through our research and through our PhD program has a kind of connection to the real world. And finally, just want to end up with who we are. So I've introduced myself already. I'm Tom, I run research at CSM. So Katerina, who I believe is here as well, is the PhD coordinator and PhD tutor, and she shares that role with Marketa, who's the deputy PhD program coordinator, and they'll be your main points of contact for the PhD program as you move through it. Debbie Kenny is the research coordinator for all other queries, research news and advice. So Debbie can help you with processes and just general information. And we're situated on the 4th floor at CSM. So if you join us, you'll find us there. And I think that's about it. Katerina's around for questions. Again, sorry I can't be with you today. Thanks very much.